Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your boy Robacus, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. On the last episode, we beat the Great Garrison, and now we
This is
are
simple.
completing the quest and going on to chapter 2. Oh shoot. Um well after
A bright future awaits us.
fix our equipment, that is, because we have too much equipment right now. Cool.
Rely on me. I'll see what I can do.
Leave all that stuff.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
Nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the celebration.
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabris, and we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate, and he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendov.
It was one heck of a fight.
One hell of a fight calls for one hell of a party.
I mean, you're right there.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabris. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place? It's simply unforgivable.
Okay, I don't know who said that, but next drink's on me for her.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, read on this for me. For good luck.
I don't see the harm in that. We all need all the luck we can get.
Nice. I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Okay, whoever that lady is, another round on me for her.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
She's got a good point there.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials, but I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toast me out of this fine establishment?
The woman dressed in unshowy finery raises an eyebrow. Oh, wow. I'm not gonna lie. Queenie looking a little, I know you all see.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
I'm gonna pull a full neckbeard move here, and I'm pretty sure it's appropriate in medieval times, so we're gonna be good here. The rumors of your beauty were not exaggerated.
Thank you for the compliment. So, this is what he looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabris will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
Yeah, we all need some rest.
Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
I didn't say that. I just said we needed some rest.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Oh gosh.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Discari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
Here, but calm down. He annoys me too, but murder is still illegal.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Kionin, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening.
You really don't have to. I only did the neckbeard thing because I know that that was a proper courtesy back in the day. I really do want to get some rest.
I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate. But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you. Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
We're drinking sleep, that's what we're doing.
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
Well, that's good. Looks like we've got our second portion of the campaign going on. Oh shoot, where are we going now? We're going to the camps. Dang, she's big. Is that him? The queen is coming! The queen is coming!
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canabris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death.
Hey, look.
And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed.
Hey, I didn't sign up for all this. You heard the queen. Dismissed.
There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Oh, but I didn't sign up for this. Commander, please allow me to join you while you inspect our encampment. Oh, crap. Since when did I become a general? I didn't even choose my mythic path yet. I'm going to do that when you guys aren't looking, because I don't know what I want to pick.
We march ahead.
Who am I inspecting right now? I don't know who I'm... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's Daron. Ah, yes, there you are. You dashing troublemaker, you. Darren flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon you... I do his voice too well. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you will scrap by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amidst snoring soldiers, be rudely awakened by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in a maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me, too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef, and a host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses, then suddenly adds, in a more serious voice, You know, I genuinely am sad to see you go. If it sounds like a mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim. You see? But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together. But of course, Darren grimaces, not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take the entire sacrimonious spectacle down with them. I feel like you don't belong here, go, but I'd like to see you again someday in the future. To get to know you better, you can throw a banquet for me to celebrate victory in Dresden. What do you say? Yeah, I like that. That's still friendly and I'm not being rude to him. And he really doesn't belong in a war. He really doesn't. If you feel you don't belong here, go. But I would like to see you again someday in the future, to get to know you better. You can throw a banquet for me to celebrate the victory in Dresden. What do you say? Victory in Dresden? Your optimism is so charming. Darian smirks and then starts slightly. He continues in a more even tone. Well, should you prove lucky enough to survive by some miracle and find me, perhaps I shall even remember you. No promises, though. Good, that's great, man. You have a good time. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on your disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or, if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Darian smirks before instantly losing all interest in you, or at least he pretends to. Hey bro, it's all good, man. I'm just trying to be nice. Have a good day. Here's Janah. Good day, do you remember me? I'm Janah. We spoke in the Defender's Heart. So you're the commander of the Crusade now. Eris still knows it's hard to imagine someone worthier of taking up the post than the savior of Canabras. May the gods help you prevail. I have to go, thank you. He said, may Eris still watch over you. I remember him. Horgus Worm. Oh, he's here too? Alright, there's courtesans. Anybody else here? Ninio's here. Storyteller's here. Crusaders here. Who's this? Crusader. Beginning of the long run. Okay, so I examined everything. There's a chapel here. There's a Crusader. I kind of want to see who's still around. There's a field medic, Eagle Watch, recruit. There we go. A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around a flask. So picture this. My sword is by the fire. There's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. And I'm sat in the bushes, wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail. Once you get used to it, that is. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. Recruit, so what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me. So I jump over the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big voice, "Oh, inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining and the goblins are screaming and I jump to attack them and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Sealer takes a sip of the flask. Ha 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 ha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping, leave some for us. We've only just set off and you're already drinking? And with the queen in camp? Stop this at once. The knight quickly snaps to attention. Sealer raises the flask and says loudly, "Right you are, Commander Tearblade. We are but drinking to the queen's health." I'm not going to say anything because on one hand, she's right. They shouldn't be drunk. But on the other hand, we haven't left yet or nothing. And I'm not one to ruin a good party. Allow me to remind you, Paladin, that you are in an army, not a band of mercenaries. Foolishness impairs discipline. Too much fun at the camp can turn into looseness on the battlefield. Or losses, whichever one you prefer to say. With all due respect, Commander Tearblade, I answer to the Knight Commander, not to you. The fact that we're fighting together doesn't give you the right to discipline me like a sergeant disciplines a recruit. She's right. Just leave it alone. Okay, she's good. I like her. She's cool. Seela is cool. She's the best tank I could ever ask for, so you better leave her alone. Eagle Watch Crusader. I think this episode will just be me figuring out what's going on in the camp, and then I'll start the next episode with the first adventure. There's Ember. Don't care about you. Nenio, Storyteller. Well, wait up. If Dude was over there, shouldn't his, There's Horgus Squirm. There's Wallace something. There's Janag. Eagle Watch. Alright, so where the heck is,
2 hours later.
Alright, so now that we've seen just about everything, I think I know what we gotta do, so let's go back in here. You didn't have anything for me? Kyoto, nope. Camellia, nope. Okay. Alright, I guess we gotta go to the main camp. Talk to the good old queen, but wait, let's talk to Horgus Worm first. Nope. Queen's expecting me. Yeah, okay. I already talked to him.
Let us press on.
Alright, let's go talk to the queen. We got enough time to finish this video or add some extra stuff to it. What was that? Who's this? Storyteller. Oh, I forgot to talk to him. The old elf smiles when he hears your footsteps. Allow me to congratulate you on your... Allow me to congratulate you on your victory in acquiring mystical powers capable of casting down the strongest of demons. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell us a story. Let me touch them and I'll tell you what I see. The storyteller nods politely. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword, Radiance. Powerful foes lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. Okay, the elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? Alright, so I'm going to present Radiance. What do you see in its past? The storyteller touches the blade with his fingers. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We build you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No! We flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gates. They are chased by the angry bowls and howls of demons, killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I am standing on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the skies, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hands. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my eyes, my eyelids, is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, Hey, Daskari Spawn! Who wants to be the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I've killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Drazadin, Monago, or Echo of your lord? Bring them my head if you can. Roaring and screaming, they rush towards me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The waves crashes against me, splattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the floor and to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Jordan's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friend will survive. All of my friends, not just one. This is what I'm fighting for. I am covering the retreat. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindle. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickled hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road being taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Dresden, I am dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Yomde. Accept my soul. Ah! The storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt, and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army's warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing in the air, putting courage in their hearts. I am Radiance, tremble, city of Dresden. My lady Aniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge! We have more important things to do. I'll catch you later. Alright, oh, I got a page. I got the page you were looking for from the Grey Garrison. The storyteller carefully takes the page from your hands. His finger touches ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following their lines. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gosh, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I'll find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. Okay, so the elven notes from the Grey Garrison has been lost from my possession and given to the storyteller. The elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkles on his face soften. Thank you, Curtis Jackson, and please follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. The storyteller inhales sharply a few times and begins the story. They are leaving, the people of Kionen, faced with the coming earthfall, and admitted that they were incapable of handling the disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers All of them hurry to the gate of Saurian. I don't know how to pronounce that. Looking around fearfully, a clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galorian. I am ashamed, and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decisions with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors to their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat note with a tree bark cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watch the gate of Saurian's stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind, he hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Servian. That will never happen. My mouth said stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook into pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what's to come. Okay, so what is the Saurian stone? A magnificent crystal bent into an arc by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator, our great gate to other worlds. It breathes power, it dreams of eternity. Okay, so what else? Why did the elves decide to flee and not fight? The storyteller's lips pursed with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter a fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Your mentor is a mage. Then you must be one too, yeah? Yes, I am an archmage, and this title is well deserved. I've acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic, but curiosity has always pushed me towards new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? I spent many hundreds of years in Kionan. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest. That was our home. But the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Galorian. All its places. All the forms in its magnificent in it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kionan. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. Alright, I think that's the last thing. So what happened next? Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower, many miles north of Kionan, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock rushing down on my world, and then a blow, vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Galorian and up the vaults of the sky, crunching bones, blood from burst vessels, filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness, along with countless denizens of Galorian. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I'm blind. But no, little by little I begin to see the stone wall. I'm alive. But why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. The great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslant. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dark at day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else? When I had the chance, I clenched my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly like the last Archmage of Kionan should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? Not at all. That will never happen. I am still alive, and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. Okay. So, what are you gonna do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of glory and civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me. I shouldn't have raised my voice. This story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It's so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside, those that I felt a long time ago, and not remember them. It's like a split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writing on it in your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on the past, and we will find out how my story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. Thank you for your stories. Cool. Thank you for helping me remember them. Alright, I have to go now. I wish you interesting adventures. Okay. Who's Nora? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna steal from that tent. Where's the Queen's tent at again? I gotta go to that.
I will guide us.
Oh, here it is. Commander's tent. Or is that my tent? Yeah, there she is. Queen Galfra. The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Medivh appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds.
Okay, that should be pretty easy.
I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomedae herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
Right on.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Vainik.
Right on, Queen. Thanks for the help and the troops.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomedae also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
Nice.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Right on.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
Oh gosh, another annoyingly chipper sidekick.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Right on, Sorcel. That's kind of cool. I got another brother for the team.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
What's about to happen? I guess we're about to find out. When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it.
I hope you're making a solid decision on this one.
However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Did you know that the souls of the angels from heaven were confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first Wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the Wardstone in Kenobris. We might have lost one of the Wardstones, but the chain is still standing.
Alright, so, next, you should know that I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canopus. In a vision, I saw the death of the angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission.
Which was being in the Wardstone, apparently.
It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young. Like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
And what are you going to do exactly here? Because it doesn't sound like you're going to go on the adventure with us. Or the crusade at all.
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Let me see. So if I say good, I say my queen had asked you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the crusade and blessing of Yame. That can carry me. Or I could say to the Church of Yamde. I'm gonna do good because if I said that she's a living banner and she should go, it might not be safe. So I'm just gonna say this one. My queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the Crusade, and the blessing of Yomde that you carry may be decisive in this battle.
So I hear a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
It's a fine plan. Let's just make sure nobody catches wind of it.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course. I shall answer.
It's been decades and no one's managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different? Like, how are we gonna change it? What is it about me that makes you think we can take the city back?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demons' plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
So my last question for you is what about the long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed.
Right on.
The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened.
That makes sense. Kill it at the source.
The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss.
Right on. The mission's clear. I have no further questions.
Wonderful.
I'll see you outside, ma'am.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
What do you mean exactly?
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Oh, boy, this is awkward.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
And I know he doesn't want to do it, but I don't want to just say I have no need. A rather frivolous gesture for a queen. I'll just say, oh, that's a great idea.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself.
No joy. I'm so sorry.
Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
I don't think he wants to be here.
Then let's get going. May Ayomide help us.
Well, that sucks for him.
Godspeed.
What's up, Anivia? Is this my chest? Oh, I can just throw stuff in there. Okay, guys. I think the next portion is starting the crusade, so that's actually going to be it for now anyhow, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. Shout out to the little nephews and cousins. I'll see you guys in the next one. Choose.